So today we are going to be looking at a tool called DeepSeek. Now, I don't know if I'm getting old, but this is the very first time I've ever heard of DeepSeek. Obviously, today there was like a big major announcement and a load of US stocks have dropped, apparently. No idea why. I think this is like a Chinese company. Maybe one of you guys that's a little bit more clued up on the stock market can tell me why the stocks have crashed because of DeepSeek. I think Nvidia's also plummeted because of it. I don't know. Let's take a look at DeepSeek. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can break. I'm going to be primarily focusing on its SEO ability. So we might actually get it to write a couple articles. We might even get it to code as a plugin as well and see what that's all about. By the way, if you guys haven't, check out themasterminders.com. The 27th of June 2025, we're hosting a in-person conference and also mastermind on the 28th. We've got the likes of Craig Campbell, Lara Costa, James Dooley, Carrie Rose, and many, many more speaking. So if you haven't already, go and grab your tickets. It will be selling out. So this is what DeepSeek looks like. As you can see, I've used it once, and this was for like a little dummy prompt. I wanted to create a game of checkers. I mean, it gave me the code. It looks pretty decent, but we're going to use it for its SEO ability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a prompt and we will see how it performs. Also, it looks very similar to ChatGPT. We can also connect it to the internet as well. So it should be pretty decent at writing SEO optimized, like well-researched articles. So this is the prompt that we are going to use. We're also going to use a search feature as well. But this is the prompt. Can you write me an article on what is internal linking? Can you also suggest free articles that you think I should have on my website that is semantically relevant to what is internal linking? Can you write it in a professional tone? And I also want people to get in touch with me, right? So that's going to be the prompt. Very, very simple prompt. Nothing too crazy just yet. We're also going to give ChatGPT with the 4.0 model. We'll also use the search feature on here and we will let them both do its thing. Now, this is actually relatively quick. Probably the same speed, actually, I would probably say. Now, let's just take a look at and see what ChatGPT's came back with. So this has just came back with like 3 reasons as to why the internal linking is important. This has actually come back with more of an actual article. What we'll do is we'll do, can you format, we'll use the exact same prompt for both. Can you format what is internal linking into a SEO optimized article? Can you also include people also ask and any related questions? So again, we'll use both, or we'll use that in both of the prompts. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to give it a SEO score. So for this, we're going to use phrase.io. If you guys don't know, or if you have never used this before, basically just gives you an SEO score, very similar to Surfer SEO. So if I just click on new document, we'll click on continue, and what is internal linking is our seed article. We'll keep it as US and we'll click on create document. Now basically, if you've never used this before, it's going to give us a SEO score on the right hand side. And it will also analyze any questions people also ask, all of our competitors and stuff like that. And it's just going to tell us like which keywords to actually include in our article, which subheadings, etc. So once this is finished, I'm going to then paste in both DeepSeek and also OpenAI's results, and we're going to see which one scores better. So both of the LLMs have finished. And if we take a look here, right, one thing that is very interesting is that with DeepSeek, it's actually remembered the prompt that I initially gave it. So if you guys remember, I actually said right at the start, can you give me three related articles on, or three related free semantically relevant articles for that specific article? And it's also remembered that in the second prompt. So obviously we prompt DeepSeek and also OpenAI twice. And the good thing is it's actually remembered that right at the end. Whereas ChatGPT is kind of forgot. I do have that issue, especially when you're trying to do something a little bit more advanced. Like if you tell ChatGPT 5 different prompts, right? It's very likely it's going to completely forget 2 out of the 5 and it'll do the other 3 very, very well. So that's actually really interesting that DeepSeek's actually remembered that. I actually like that. It's probably going to save me a lot of time. But let's actually see the SEO scores, right? So if we take a look here, I'll also read through it, right? Internal linking is a fundamental aspect of website architecture and search engine optimization. It involves creating hyperlinks that connect different pages within the same domain, facilitating user navigation and helping search engines understand the structure and hierarchy of your website. The good thing is it's not started the article of, in the world of internal linking. That's what ChatGPT or typically does. But let's take a look here, right? So this is the entire article. We will paste that into our phrase.ai. So this is getting a 19% out of 100. The average score is 32. So, I mean, it's not done terrible. But it's not also great either. So let's see what DeepSeek has done. So what we'll do is we'll copy all of this. It does seem to be a little bit longer than ChatGPT. We'll look at the word counts and stuff like that in just a second. But if we just paste this in. So this is 14 out of 100. Let's see if we can actually further improve this. What we'll do is we'll just copy some of these. Right. Can you include some of these in the article? And what we'll do is we'll also use the exact same prompt in DeepSeek as well. And we will see what it comes back with. But initially, the actual DeepSeek article does score a little bit less than the OpenAI article. What we'll also do as well is we'll run it through a word counter, the initial article, to see what the actual word count is looking like. So if we take a look here, we'll scroll up. So initially out the box, we're going to be taking a look at the word count. We're going to compare which one actually has a higher word count. So let's take a look here. So the word count on OpenAI, 532. Again, for something like this, it's probably going to need to be a little bit more. But we obviously didn't specify any of the word count. We didn't specify anything. We literally just said, go and write me an article. So, of course, it's not going to be the best out the box. Let's take a look. So the word count on DeepSeek is a little bit more, just by about 200 words. But let's see what we actually get now from an SEO score point of view. So this just looks like it's not done what we've actually told it to do. So this is OpenAI's. And what is internal linking? So we've now got a worse score on OpenAI. I don't know why. The words is 315, so it's fairly short. Let's just take a look and see this. So again, the impressive thing for me, and again, this might be very, very nerdy, but it's remembering to keep highlighting the semantically relevant articles from a website. So this is free prompts now that we've given it, and it's still remembering like, hey, you need to do these articles. So let's take a look and see about this. So actually, we've got now a way more SEO optimized article. We've got 41%, and the average score for this SERP, so everyone that's ranking in the top 10, is actually 32. So we're way above the actual average now. What I would probably recommend for something like this is obviously getting like an editor to just evaluate the content, because again, it might have over optimized for just internal links. Like we've got it mentioned. Actually, it's not too bad. We've got it mentioned 15 times. Now, what the interesting thing here is, it is telling us to actually have a 2,387 word article, right? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tell both of these to write me a 2,600 word article. Can you expand this article to around 2,600 words? Right, we'll do the exact same thing with OpenAI, so it's not completely dead just yet, but we'll see what it comes back with, and we will resume the video in just a second. So one thing that's interesting about this is, obviously this is still writing the article, right? This hasn't finished DeepSeek, but OpenAI has just done basically the exact same thing. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to turn the search off. So it's not connected to the internet, and I'm going to give it the prompt again, and we'll see what actually ends up happening here. Right, so DeepSeek has finished. I'm not going to say it's faster than OpenAI, because obviously we had that little bit of an issue when it came to the actual search, but it has finished. So we're going to take a look at the SEO score of this now, and we'll see what it actually has done. So let's take a look here. While I'm like scanning it, one thing that's actually pretty important when it comes to writing SEO optimized content is actually including the keyword in the first paragraph, and it looks like it's actually done that. So internal linking is one of the most important, or one of the most powerful things. Internal linking, search engine rankings, internal linking. So it's actually included the keyword multiple times in the starting paragraph. So I mean, it's done a really good job there from what I can tell. So it's got types of internal links, navbar, contextual, breadcrumbs, etc. Yep, that's fine. Best practices using descriptive anchors. Yep. It seems like it's done a fairly decent job as well. Let's take a look and see about the heading structure, right? Again, I'm being really picky here. Like, a lot of people would just slap this onto their website and it would probably be okay enough. But again, because we're evaluating it for its SEO ability, we're going to be taking a look at the heading structure. So the heading structure, it's done. Obviously, this should be a H1, right? Wait, no, this should be. Wait, what did I just do? Internal linking. Let me just copy this back into phrase, and we will evaluate the subheading structure. Right. So let's take a look here. By the way, scoring 60 out of 30 or 60 out of 100, so it's well above the already ranking article. So this has gone into H3, H4. So the heading structure is not the best, but we'll see if we can improve that just by using a single prompt. The reason why I'm saying it's not the best, by the way, is because obviously this is our H1 here, right? This should be a H2, and then this should be a H2 as well, and these should be H3s, right? What it's actually done is this is a H1, this is a H3, this is a H3, This is a H4, right? So it's kind of just missed out the chronological order, which isn't that big of an issue. So let's take a look and see what this is. Like, so, conclusion, building a strong... Actually, one thing I'm going to very quickly take a look at is the conclusion of this. Ready to optimize your website? Let's talk. So see, this has actually done what I have said, and that's the whole purpose of this article is for somebody to reach out to me, right? To contact me today. Now this... If you're ready to enhance your internal linking strategy but need an expert guidance, get in touch. I suppose it's not too bad. I just would have liked this ending subheading to not be a conclusion. It just seems very lazy. I don't necessarily do it even when I'm uploading articles to like Casual Dash and stuff. But not the end of the world. Let's see what OpenAI has spit out. So this was 60 out of 100, right? Let's take a look. 52. So it is a little bit less. The word count is nowhere near what we actually said. Let's just take a look and see what DeepSeek's was. DeepSeek wasn't near our word count either. DeepSeek was 1,451. OpenAI is 1,380. But let's take a look at the content. So this, I suppose we don't actually need that subheading, but let's take a look here. This is a H3, H4. This is the exact same heading structure as DeepSeek. So again, they're level for that. Types of internal links. So we've got navigational, contextual, breadcrumbs, footer. I think we had the exact same thing. Actually, what this is actually kind of went into like advanced internal linking strategies. So optimize for long tail, use no follow, monitor crawl depth, build content hubs, use tools like Yoast. Navigational, contextual, breadcrumbs, footer links, image links. So DeepSeek's actually went into a little bit more info, which is very interesting. Use descriptive anchors, avoid keyword stuffing, link to relevant content, audit your internal links, prioritize your broken links, excessive links, orphan pages, lack of topic. I wonder if this is actually mentioned, orphan pages. Orphan, because that's actually pretty important, and it's not. Again, I feel like both the articles are pretty decent in their own way. Avoid excessive links, regularly audit your links, create topic. Oh, this is an interesting one because they've both mentioned things that should be on the article, but they've also both not mentioned things that should be on the article, if that makes sense. So, I mean, like, an orphan page is basically a page that doesn't have any internal links, and it's like a major reason why some websites don't end up ranking that well. And I think that should be it, like in the actual article. Like it's a pretty important thing to mention. It's kind of like writing an article about a car and not mentioning that it needs petrol or an engine to run, right? Like it's pretty important, I would say. So I would probably give them both like an 8 out of 10. The good thing about DeepSeek is the fact that it's remembered this section. This is like really winning me over because it's quite a major thing. And I could see this being like really important, especially if some of you guys are using like 4 or 5 prompts one after another and you want it to continuously do like prompt 1, then prompt 2, then prompt 3, then prompt 4, then prompt 5, but also remembering what you said in prompt 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is like a big thing for me because ChatGPT's like forgot about this after like the second prompt. Let's take a look at readability scores, and we'll make a conclusion based off of that because the word count's relatively the same. They've both missed out things that's pretty important to actually have on the page when it comes to ranking. So let's take a look at readability. score. We will use Hemingway editor, because this is like the go-to tool that I've always used. So let's take a look at this first. This is DeepSeek's article. We will paste that in and we will see what the readability score is. So that's scoring 9. Let's take a look and see what ChatGPT's score is. Both are scoring 9. Okay. Am I? It's definitely both scoring 9. Yeah. Both are scoring 9. Is there anything else that we could actually evaluate them by? So this is Grammarly. I decided let's check the grammar at least. Not that they will have any grammatic or incorrect spelling. But what we can actually do is we can take a look at the overall score. So ChatGPT is 92. OpenAI, they're both 92. I feel like this is the exact same thing. Is this just the exact same tool, but it's just written a slightly different article? I think personally that the memory is a little bit better on DeepSeek. The search also works a little bit better. We've also got DeepThink as well, which is like helping resolve like reasoning based problems, which writing an article is probably not a reason based article or a reason based task. So is it the end of OpenAI? I don't think so. If I'm being honest, I think that both of them have a purpose. The memory is definitely a little bit better in DeepSeek. That's my personal opinion. It's a little bit faster, I want to say, as well. Now, again, this is just my opinion. I've only just tested like a few things on this. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys are going to use it, if you guys are going to completely stop using OpenAI and stuff as well, just let me know in the comments. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. And if you guys do want a strategy call with myself for your website, maybe you're struggling to rank, check out casualdash.com. The link is in the description. And if you want to attend a SEO conference, check out the masterminders. The link will be in the description for that as well. Thanks for watching.